Several years ago, Susan Pellett set a goal to cruise the Great American Loop.
My first boat was Susie Q. So I became known around the loop as Susie Q, the woman who got her boat crushed. And she's still out here doing it.
America's Great Loop is a 6,000-mile circumnavigation of the eastern half of the continent via the inland waterways, the Gulf Intracoastal Waterway, and the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway. You start this trip seasonally wherever you are. You got about a 2-month window from any location of where you can start. People winter in Florida, they start here in the early spring and head up north. If you're up north, you start in early fall and head south so you can stay warm. I started this trip in March of 2019 from Louisiana. It took 16 days to come across from the New Orleans area around the Gulf Intercoastal and a little jump across the Gulf of Mexico.
With her sailing friend in tow, the two traveled along the waterways all the way up to Canada.
Hey, Carol's getting a workout.
Came back through Chicago, into the Chicago River, and then down the western rivers, the inland rivers.
But Susan's trip almost didn't happen.
I had extreme scoliosis. It became apparent in a water skiing accident, 72. They watched me. The progression of my scoliosis was extreme to 63 and 59 degree S-curve, so my spine was pushing on my heart. I knew I wanted to do this trip while I was still able. Doctors really don't know what they're talking about because they said I'd be in a wheelchair from the scoliosis surgery, and in 2008 I had my neck fused, so I'm fully fused from my brainstem to my tailbone.
Susan also shared with me that doctors had to place a rod in her back, and she spent an entire year in a full body cast. But despite her doctor's diagnosis, Susan kept on moving because she was determined to start and finish the Great American Loop. To prepare for her trip, Susan turned to the America's Great Loop Cruisers Association's website, greatloop.org, and became a member.
See that logo?
Yeah.
That means they're a member of the Great Loop Cruisers Association.
Once you complete, you're a gold looper, they offer you a lifetime membership in the Great Loop Cruisers Association. I'm member 10,204.
The organization has been around since the early 2000s. It's where most people go to learn about the ins and outs of looper culture.
I found the website, I blew up the route map, framed it, put it on my piano, and really, I was reading everything I could find about the Great Loop. I thought about doing this in my canoes. I thought about doing it on my pontoon boat. You can do it in anything you can be comfortable in doing it.
Okay. Susan logged every meal, docking fee, and how long it took to complete the trip.
This is a logbook, and every day that you move, you fill out a page in the logbook. So it has the waterway system you travel, the date, the day of the week, time you left, and the time you arrived at your destination that day.
This is it. Sunset, April 28th, 2019, St. Augustine, Florida.
Susan and her co-captain spent 176 travel days on the water.
We crossed our wake in Mobile, Alabama. We crossed the spot where we passed when we started on November 18th.
Talk to me about the people that you've met and what that journey was like for you.
It was just absolutely amazing. You do meet people from very wealthy to just out here doing it.
I took off 10 years ago. I'm taking my time. I've basically done everything from Chicago all the way around to Norfolk, every bit of that.
Okay. There's people that have rowed it, done it in a kayak, little boats, big boats, royalty. Yes.
Hello. Congratulations.
I've made friends that I'll have forever.
Now, in the midst of piecing this story together, Susan also reconnected with a childhood friend who just so happens to work right here at 10 News.
It's been a long time. I know.
Oh, you're crying? Look at you.
It's been nearly 30 years since Susan and Tiffany seen each other. And from the looks of things, these two have a lot to catch up on about life and Susan's journey at sea.